Welcome back to PDAC 2023 in Toronto. My name is Amrit Gill with CEO.CA. The information, the interviews, it all continues. And right now I'm joined by Tara Christie, President and CEO of Banyan Gold. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
So Tara, can you tell us a little bit about your background and why you joined Banyan?
So I'm a geological engineer. I have a master's degree in geotechnical engineering. I grew up in the business. My father's a structural geologist, and I spent a bunch of time alluvial mining, but I've worked all across Canada's north as well as even in Africa, and came back to the Yukon in 2016 to become the CEO of Banyan.
So for those who don't know, can you tell us what Banyan is all about and what the vision is for the company?
So Banyan has a 4 million ounce inferred resource at the current time, but we've since drilled another 50,000 meters. We really see this as a tier 1 asset, and so our goal through the program that we ran last year was to show that we have that potential to have a significant deposit which will be of interest to the majors. We're really different from many other companies in the Yukon in that we have exceptional infrastructure with roads and power, as well as 2 operating mines right beside us.
Well, you reported your final assay results from the 2022 program. Could you walk us through the highlights?
You know, the biggest highlight is to show just the scale of this project. Yes, we've got lots of results, 1.8 over 30 meters, and we can go over all the details of it. But what's really exciting is to look at the scale of it. We now have 5 kilometers of strike length, which is pretty extensive. And if you look at the power line deposit itself, it's 1.2 kilometers in east-west strike and has 3 million ounces of that 4 million alone. So I think that was our greatest success, was just to show that this is an on-surface deposit with a very low strip ratio, which has a scale which we can continue to develop.
Well, on that note, what are some upcoming catalysts for the business?
So we've always promised that we would update our resource by mid-year. We're well on track with those results back from 2022. We said we wanted to see a tier 1 asset, which I think this resource update will show. And the other major catalyst is we've already started drilling this year, another 25,000 meters to really show how large this can grow, as well as continue to find some higher grade and define higher grade zones.
Well, can you talk to the speed of developing a resource at the project?
That's something that we're also uniquely different. We made the discovery at Powerline in 2019, and we really drilled out that resource, the first resource that we had, in October and November of 2019, to put out a resource of 900,000 ounces in 2020. 2 short years later, in the spring of 2022, we have now a 4 million ounce resource on the property, and we've since drilled another 50,000 meters. So I think it shows you how fast you can move a project forward when you have such extensive mineralization, and the benefits of having the infrastructure. We're a year-round project, which is very different than most other Yukon stories. We've already started drilling, and that was February when we got started, and we drilled to December.
So what does the rest of the year look like, if you can just add a little bit more detail there?
So, we'll have our drill program. We have the benefit of having an on-site prep lab now, so that will greatly reduce our time to get our assays back, which is a huge advantage for us in targeting and being able to be efficient in the field. We're also completing our metallurgy program, which is a really important part of we've added to our technical team by bringing in a metallurgical engineer who will be our owner's representative on that, and also help us as we move forward to taking this from exploration into the development phases, which, takes positioning. You need to start designing your drill program not only around exploration and adding ounces, but the ounces that are mineable. And so we've added Brad Thrall, which is very exciting. He's got experience in permitting and in the district. So I think you'll see lots of news flow from us, both from exploration as well as the technical work that we're doing and that resource update.
Well, your share price has been strong through difficult markets. Why do you think your story stands out to investors?
Well, one is the speed of the resource growth, but 2 is that we've really tried hard to develop credibility, to tell people, our shareholders, what we're going to do and then deliver on that, and actually exceed expectations in what we deliver. And that's unique in this sector. It's been tough markets. The other real key difference is who our shareholders are. Over the last few years, we've really attracted quality long-term capital that understands the time horizon to develop this type of a project and made their investments. And you've noticed most of our financings haven't been with warrants, so we don't have that warrant overhang that other companies suffer from. And all that makes us quite unique and been part of the story of our share price.
Yeah, well, from your story to your experience, you have a wealth of knowledge to offer here. What are some green flags that investors should be looking for, and what are some of the reds?
So, I always look for the management teams, their credibility. Do they have a track record of success? Have they been involved in credible projects or projects which are maybe a little bit more, haven't really developed or have been more lifestyle type projects? That's always one for me. In these markets right now, jurisdictional risk is something that I take fairly seriously. Can you actually permit a project in the jurisdiction? What's the risk of nationalization? Inflation's had pretty major impact on lots of companies and countries, and I'm worried, as an investor myself, I take that into consideration. And then I just look at the geological potential. Is it the type of project that a major is looking for, a tier one asset that has the scale to really be advanced? It's going to be a lot harder for assets which are not tier one, which have to be developed by juniors in this market. So those are key things that I look for. And of course, looking at how the share price has done in the last while is another key indicator.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with investors?
I'm really thankful for the fabulous investors that we have, the shareholders who've participated in the financings. And the one thing that we do is we really commit to spending our shareholders' dollars well. We've added ounces for less than $5 per ounce. The last resource, that meant we added 70 ounces per every meter we drilled. So we've got a great track record of delivering value, and we intend to continue to do that into 2023.
Looking forward to seeing where the rest of the year goes for you. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. It's going to be an exciting year.
Take care.